Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, since so many of you are enjoying this planetary spread, I'm going to do it for a couple more readings. We're going to try it out on specific questions. And this specific question that I have is about about Meghan not wanting to go to the UK because it's not safe for her, but it's safe in Jamaica and Nigeria, but not the UK. So Harry's saying, well, sources say, or insider says, or Meghan says, let's just be real about this. Reconciliation won't happen until his security is covered. Yeah. So, so they're basically blackmailing the royal family. They're blackmailing the Home Office that, it's all your fault. Reconciliation won't happen until I get my IPP status, until I'm treated like the queen I am. And Harry has no problem going to the UK. He goes to the UK. He has no security issues whatsoever. I think Meghan just knows she's so hated. She's going to get booed. I also have read many times she's not allowed in the UK. And that's why the last time she stayed in she didn't leave the airport. And I stand by that. My cards have told me that, and I stand by that. But let's ask the planets. What's the real reason Harry is not going to the UK? Is this correct? I mean, Meghan is not going, sorry. What's the real reason Meghan is not going to the UK? What's the real reason Meghan is not? Or what is one of the real reasons? I know other card readers, I know Northie just did a reading, and that was very interesting outcome. But I want to ask the planets. What is one of the reasons? What is the main reason? Because there's the real reason and there's the main reason, and they're two totally different things, right? Think about it. You can say, oh, I don't want to go there because XYZ, but the real reason is ABC. Right? That's like when you make an excuse not to go to the family meal. Oh, I can't go, I've got a stomach ache. That's the main reason, but the real reason is you can't stand some of the people who are going to be there. That's what I mean. So let's see. Let's see what's going on with the planets. What do the planets say? What say you, planets? And look what I just did. I just messed everything up. I guess the cards wanted to be messed up. What say you, planets? What say you? What is the reason? What's the vibe? Oh, 7 of Cups on top of the moon. Well, that's a double lie. So that we are being gaslit there. The Hanged Man on the communication on Mercury. The 3 of Cups on Venus. The Knight of Swords on the Sun. The High Priestess on Mars. Judgment on Jupiter. And the Sun on the world. You know what, guys? Look at all the different... We have got major on major, major on major, major on major, major on major. What's the underlying? Oh, the Chariot. It shouldn't be in reverse. I don't read this in reverse. Well, who's that? William. The Chariot. The underlying here is William. Okay, so let's get into the read. So the moon card are our emotions and intuition. And this is emotions all over the place. This is the 7 of Cups upright. They can't make up their mind why she's not coming to the UK. She has many reasons not to, and they just keep continuing to gaslight us and keep everything smoke and mirrors. So today might be the protection. Tomorrow might be, the kids are sick. The next day after that might be, she has to make her toe jam. So she's got a whole bag full of excuses not to come, emotional excuses. So emotional means not rational, not logic, not reality. So she thinks she has all these reasons for not coming to the UK. Now, on intellect and communication, always makes me laugh when you have to say intellect and Meghan in the same sentence. There's no communication whatsoever. We've got the hanged man here. They have to look at, Meghan has to look at it from a different point of view. Meghan has to smarten up. She has to let some of that blood run down to her head and give some oxygen to her brain. Sorry, that wasn't nice. But I mean, there's zero communication. Nothing's going on. Everything's at a standstill. There's inertia about it. So any excuses you make are they're just excuses. They're just stories. There's no communication going on whatsoever. There's no communication going on about Balmoral. There's no communication going on about security. There's no communication going on about olive branches. There's zero communication going on. None. Zero. All right, so now let's look at romance and partnerships. Well, you know, we have the Three of Cups. And if you take my tarot course, I teach you that the Three of Cups is not necessarily a third party in the marriage. It could be somebody who has their eye on a third party in the marriage. It shows that because we're talking about romance here and partnerships, so that's why I'm bringing this up with the Three of Cups. That's one thing about tarot you have to remember. It's your intent and what question you're asking. If you're asking, am I going to the company party, then yeah, of course you are. But if you're asking about love and partnerships, this is telling me there's a third person involved. Not necessarily that an affair is actually going on. It would be the Three of Swords, the betrayal card, that there's actually betrayal going on. But it could mean a wandering eye. It could mean the thought. It could also mean that somebody who you trust, you really shouldn't. It also could mean you're just partying too much, but we're talking about partnerships and romance here. I think there's a third party involved here. I think, and I've read that there's a third party involved, and the planets are confirming it. But let's go to Soul, to the Sun. Here's her real intentions and the central aspect. She just wants to attack. This is my attacking card. This is my assassination card. This is my fighting card, Knight of Swords. Remember, swords are words. And this is attacking with words. And they continue to attack and attack and attack. And you even look at the interview that Harry just did. You go look at what Meghan's posting on page 6. Absolutely sickening. Like, why? Why would this family have anything to do with them? This family's probably very relieved that they don't have to put up with the emotional abuse of these two. But yeah, that's in her soul, right? The sun is soul, S-O-L, solar, but it's the S-O-U-L. It's where you get your soul from. Your soul comes from the sun. And this is deep in her soul. She's just an attacking person. Attack, 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 attack. And that's how they think they're going to get their way, sadly. So now let's look at Mars, conflict and aggression, and we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess, now, of course, this is your intuition, this is secrets, this is mysteries, these are things that you keep close to your chest. And it's on the Mars card, so the moon is on the Mars. This is telling me this is highly volatile. This is... it's like secrets on both sides but I think these secrets are going to come to light. Mars is a cutting energy. Mars explodes things. So, you think about this secret, Mars comes along and cuts it open. Mars comes along and explodes this information. So with the High Priestess on the moon, I think, the High Priestess on Mars, the moon on Mars, I think we're going to see some further aggressions. I think we're going to see further conflict. I think we're going to see secrets being exposed, exploding, exposed, not just, whispers. I think we're going to see some exploding, some things come out here right away. So now let's go to Jupiter, luck and money, judgment. You know, and what's interesting about this judgment card is the flag of England here. And I think they will get a second chance. I know some of you don't want to hear that, but the judgment card is second chances. It's, you just get a second chance. Could be a second chance at a marriage, could be second chance at a job, could be second chance at life. Maybe you're in a terrible accident, or you're recovering from alcoholism, that kind of thing. But this is second chances, and it's on Jupiter, which is luck and money. And so I think there might be something that they get a second chance. Now, this second chance could be that inheritance that is coming up, because the judgment card, remember, there is coffins there. So it could be an inheritance, something that rises from the dead, which means like that the will from the Queen Mother is, 40 years old, 20 years old. He's been waiting for it for a very long time. This is luck and money, and this is expansion on the Wheel of Fortune. So we might be seeing something happen. And because we have the sun on his Saturn, work and burdens. Well, number one, this tells me they are their own work and burdens. They are their own worst enemy. And what's interesting is the sun and Saturn are two opposite benefics. No, not benefics. Benefics is good. Let's just say they conflict each other. One is light, one is dark. One is, yay, let's go to the party, and the other one is like, no, we got to work first. One is birth, one is death. One is starting, one is completion. But the sun is on top of Saturn, the work and burdens. I think that with this second chance here, I think that they may actually get a second chance, guys. I know a lot of you don't want to hear that, but we have to remember we're dealing with a human being's family. And, when you're in the depths of that, there could be reconciliation. Unless there's like horrific abuse, there's always room for communication, for reconciliation. And I'm thinking here, the sun, S-O-N. I'm wondering if just Harry, and he's talked about that he's going to come there for a month. Maybe he's setting it up that only he comes along. Maybe he's setting up, it's just him. And that's what the second chance is. So maybe he's setting it up that, sorry, honey, there's no security for you. I want to go by myself. Ooh, look at that. The clock agrees with me. I think Harry knows he has to come by himself. I think he does. For him to start fresh with his family, he has to come by himself. And it would be a fresh start with the family. For them to reconcile, this is second chances. When you do second chances, you actually have to give the person a second chance. And that doesn't mean you bring up all the old things that they did. So, for example, if it's somebody who's quit drinking, it doesn't help to remind them of all the terrible things that they did while they were drinking. Of course, they have to apologize at one time, but when you're first starting that fresh reconciliation, you have to start baby steps. You have to start fresh. It's a brand new day. The first day for the rest of your life. And that's on the Saturn here. So it's going to be a lot of work and a lot of burdens. But these cards are saying, it looks like Harry's setting it up that he just comes by himself. He may be making up the excuse that, sorry, honey, I don't want you to come because you're going to be attacked. You just stay at home here with the hanged man. You just stay at home. We're just going to pretend that you can't come because of your security. And I think that's going to create a little bit of trouble. I think Harry's got some kind of secret plan to get this second chance. And it's on the Wheel of Fortune here. And so this is telling me, yeah. But it's interesting. The underlying here is, of course, William. Is he going to block it? Is he going to allow it? I told you there will be a reconciliation. There's no doubt in my mind. And like I said, when we see the reconciliation, we know that Charles doesn't have much time left. So that'll be interesting as well. So that's, yeah. I think the main reason why Meghan can't, I think Harry is making this up. I think he's the one who's telling Meghan, no, you can't come. There's no security. Because he doesn't want her there, because she's going to interfere in the reconciliation. I think the planets have told us here. I think he just wants to be by himself so he can start fresh and anew. So he might be playing this game with Meghan. You just stay put. You go party with your friends. You go party with your boyfriend, whoever that may be. And you stay at home. You stay at home. And we'll make up some kind of gaslighting stories. But I'm going to go and sort this out. And you can't be there. I think that's exactly what's going on. He knows that. Time will tell. Thank you very much for watching. I sure appreciate you. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.